Before I give the next award, I want to acknowledge some people in the audience that's near and dear to us. In the 1990, there was a vicious attack in Central Park in New York City. A young white female raped and brutalized in Central Park. The police went and scooped up 5 young men and coerced them into confessions. And the city turned against those young men. There was a developer or builder in town who never took a position on any racial case in this city. He never said a word about Howard Beach, even though he lived right in the next town. He grew up in Jamaica Estates. He never said a word about Bensonhurst, where Yusuf Hawkins had been killed like Michael Griffith and Howard Beach just for being black in the neighborhood. But he took out ads in the newspaper saying to give these 5 young black and Latino men the death penalty. The death penalty was illegal in New York. He said, bring it back, and he paid for it. We marched on him, we stood up, some of us alone. We were castigated, cartoons, but we stood up because one of those young men could have been any one of us. And there have been others that was mistreated. But there is, like Vincent Bohannon said, there is a God. And he sits high, but he looks down low. And after doing years in prison for something they didn't do, imagine you wake up every morning looking at bars knowing that you didn't do anything to deserve it. But they kept going, kept being strong. Their family stood by them. And they, by God's grace, were granted a reprieve. A young man in jail, 13 and a half years later, started bragging to his cellmates. He said, you heard about this Central Park 5 years ago? He said, yeah. He said, you know they didn't do that. I said, what do you mean they didn't do that? He said, no, I did. And the cellmate, trying to get favor to get out himself, told on them, and they matched the DNA with the dress of that girl 13 years later and had to free them men. They went on, you would have thought they would have come out broken. You would have thought they came out bitter. But they put their lives together and became an example to those that have been broken and dreams dashed, that if you don't give up and don't give out, you can make it anyhow. 3 of them are here tonight, and I want you to meet the Central Park 5. Ray Santana, Yusef Salam, and Corey White. Let me say this. Raymond just ran for office and gonna serve in the city. He ran for office and said, I'm gonna keep community activism. Yusef Salam is a member of the New York City Council. And Corey White, when he got out, he served the longest, almost 14 years. And when he got out, his mother came to the office with him. He said, we can't find him a job because you done 14 years for rape. Now you're out no background. She said, can you help us find a job? I said, I found one. He can work right here. And he worked in National Action. They worked for 3 years till the city settled with them. And every Saturday at the Saturday Action Rally, he is there. He now has a child, and he's helping us with young people, Brother Corey. I don't know, Corey, where you get that jacket from? You ain't been in Bohanon's dressing room, man. I want y'all to meet them, certainly, and so many I want to acknowledge very quickly. We have with us tonight, and I'm going to be doing this throughout the rest of the evening, Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant, International President of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority. We also have the one and only Brad Lander, our city controller. Senator Alex Boros is here. And of course, let me tell you, if we ever had somebody that represents our regal and royalty in the black community wrapped up in one person, it is the reigning queen of Black America, Susan Taylor. And of course, y'all know I have a special vegetarian diet, but even I can slip over to Melba. Melba Wilson is in the house. Melba in the house. And I must recognize, you know, you can't do anything by yourself. And we can march and protest, but if there's someone not leading in making it work in the courtroom and interpret it to the nation, it won't work. It's a combination. It's not one of us. It takes all of us. And we have the honor tonight of the Attorney General of Black America, Brother Ben Crump. A man that has stood by us through thick and thin. He was the chief of staff to David Dinkins, been our friend. He had went on and got big time, but never left us alone. He manages and the publicist for everybody from Barbara Streisand to you name it. He's even been doing things for us down through the years with our media mogul, Rachel Nordlinger. Give a hand, Ken Sunshine tonight. And I want to thank our chapter leaders that came from around the country. Stand up, the chapter leader, Cleveland, Ohio is in the house, Denver, Colorado, Baltimore, Maryland, Montgomery, Alabama, Florida, Asbury Park, Patterson, New Jersey, Tampa, Florida. We all in the house. It's Triumph Award night in the city. Let me tell you something else. Some of the families, we've always stayed close to the families. Many of you remember a young man in Ferguson, Missouri, killed by police. They didn't get justice, but they got a movement out of it. His father's with us tonight, Michael Brown Sr. Where is Michael Brown Sr.? All right. There he is, okay. Hey, y'all got Michael sitting in the back. Come on up here next to Ben Crump. He may drop some money on you. So. When we talk about service, we talk about legacy, about people who don't just make success for themselves, but who make space for others. Chesley Maddox Dorsey has kept the spirit of black media alive and At a time when corporate consolidation has silenced so many voices, she made sure that radio, our radio, still had a heartbeat. Through AURN and her decades of leadership, she has made sure our stories are told authentically, our culture is celebrated unapologetically, and our communities stay informed and inspired. She's not only a businesswoman, she's a bridge between generations, between genres, between the microphone and the movement. For her tireless commitment to amplifying the truth and keeping our voices on the airwaves, we honor her tonight with the President's Award for Service and Humanitarian Efforts. Let us honor Chesley Maddox Dawson. Come on, give her a hand.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Happy birthday, Rev Al Sharpton. It's such an honor to be here tonight at the National Action Network's Triumph Awards, surrounded by so many distinguished leaders, friends, allies, and family. I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of this evening's remarkable honorees. And your work continues, and it continues to inspire all of us. Let me begin by recognizing Rev Al Sharpton and the entire National Action Network. Of course, we all miss Michael Hardy, right? The National Action Network, your tireless advocacy ensures that the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King lives on, reminding us all that justice, equity, and service are not just ideals. They are enduring principles that come into action when you hear what words? The words, no justice, no peace. To be acknowledged by an organization as deeply rooted in these values is profoundly meaningful. For decades, American Urban Radio Networks, AURN, has worked to be a trusted voice for millions, making sure that Black communities are represented and respected and heard on the national stage. That commitment has guided me through my career, from my early days, I guess I should say, in investment banking, to running a group of radio stations, and now as the CEO of a Wonder Media company. Each step has been inspired by a belief that the power of media is to uplift and inspire and to empower people. Today, I am proud to see that vision continue to grow. With more than 8,000 affiliates and over 47 million weekly listeners, we've evolved into a true multi-platform powerhouse, spanning both legacy and emerging media. From our roots in radio to digital advertising,